Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this cute card with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. You'll be able to click the links for the products to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. This is called a tower card, and you can actually stand this up, and it's kind of 4 cards in one. So you can open it and flip it this way, a little bit of a pop-up. There's a place to sign your card and maybe a gift card here. I've seen a lot of these tower cards, and you can make them to go in all kinds of envelopes. This one's designed to go into a standard letter size envelope. I'm using Penguin Place and the coordinating punch, the Penguin Builder Punch. And if you buy them both together, you can save yourself 10%. My inks are Soft Seafoam, Calypso Coral, Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight, and just a tiny bit of Cinnamon Cider, and also some Memento, Tuxedo Black Memento ink. I've got a tiny bit of Baker's Twine, and I'm using the white, and just a tiny bit of this glittered organdy ribbon. I love this ribbon. It is so sparkly. I'm using the Penguin Playmates Designer Series paper that you can get free during Sale-a-Bration with a $50 order. I've scored it every 7/8 inch, so this is scored at 7/8, 1 3/4, 2 5/8, and 3 1/2, and that leaves this little 1/2 inch extra. We're going to put adhesive on that 1/2 inch extra part and just fold it over like that, and you get this little square part. And I think I probably should have actually used tear and tape, and I think I will from here on out. You can actually put tear and tape on all of the sides here, and I probably should have left that one covered up. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this piece on. And the paper that you use for the tower, you really are not going to see except for the inside part, so I use the one with the polka dots on it. I'll go ahead and put tear and tape here. You're putting each of these pieces to that center crease and going off to the right. And then this last piece, I'm actually kind of putting it off to the side here, because so this is the basis of the tower card, and so you can decorate it any way you'd like. So I'm actually going to start at this place. One of the things that you'll find is whatever you put on this first inch or so will show as it turns around. So I have chosen to kind of decorate each inch here to be sure that there's something nice to look at, that you're not looking at a partial image. So I have some snowflakes, and I'm just going to stamp my snowflakes along this side here. And I do kind of want to turn it this way and that so that it's not like a total pattern that you're seeing. And we'll just go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. For this side, you can really use any of the papers. You want to put adhesive just on these two sides so it forms your pocket. You want to use a strong adhesive, and because I want to have as much space as possible, so I'm using the liquid glue here. And this will go all the way down in the corner. We're going to stamp our penguin. And we're going to be punching him. And we actually want to have him upside down so he fits the punch. There's two little beaks. One of them is facing front and one is facing sideways. And we want to do this right under this little center piece here. And I'm going to go ahead and punch that out now. And you might need a little extra piece just to be a handle as you punch. There should be plenty of room on this left over for a little package, a little gift. And I'm using Misty Moonlight for a scarf. And all of these colors, you can swap out the colors with what you have. And you will need to fussy cut this. When you cut this, if you want to leave the sides attached, you can actually come in with the same punch, and so it will be for sure fitting exactly where the scarf is. These pieces are really quick and easy to cut. You may or may not want to cut the little handle part. And I think I won't this time, and just to see what it looks like. When you put this guy on, he's going to go over the pocket part, so be sure you don't put any adhesive there. What I do is I kind of put my fingers where it goes above the triangle, so I don't go above. So that first page is done. I'll turn the page. So the next piece, we want to just put the designer series paper down. This paper has all these large images that are separated out and are really easy to cut out. So I'm just using that as a background. These are not quite square, so be sure you get these turned the right way. And I already cut out this bear. So I have described this bear as the one with the green lines behind it. In the Misty Moonlight, I'm stamping To the Coolest Friend Ever. And I'm going to be stamping off the edge, so I'm bringing in some extra paper. I'm going to just stamp some more of those snowflakes here on the end. And you could stamp this guy and cut him out, but he fits the punch, so we can just put a little handle. So I'm going to just put a little handle on and punch him out. And he came on the same sheet of paper. When I designed this card, I thought just having these two guys there. When you cut that out, there's this other fox there that if you want to add the fox to this scene, you can. And we do want to decorate the side here. All we're going to do is put a little adhesive here. I'm not putting it in the center part. I'm going to put some baker's twine across here. I do want to trim the ends. And I'm just going to tie a bow here. That page is done. Pretty quick and easy. We have some stamping to do on this set. So we have two pieces of white that are the same. And there's this hill. And I'm going to start by, I want to combine the hill to look like it's going over the other side. So I'm just kind of stamping in the corner here. And I want this one to combine over here. So we'll stamp our front-facing penguin. Right about there. We want to put that same front-facing beak here, again right under that center black section. But this guy we want to dress up with some antlers. And that photopolymer makes it pretty easy to get those antlers where you want it. And I just wanted to get the very tips of his toes, so I am masking. I've already punched out just a scrap of paper. And I'm just going to stamp so just his toes stick out. And before I put that ink away, I want to stamp the sliding penguin. Right on this hill. And my phone needed another chill break, so hopefully I didn't lose any of the video. So I'm just ready to put these inside. I see I was not very successful in getting those to match. And then I have a little strip of the green trees. And we'll put that to decorate this little inch on the side. This one's got a pop-up. I'm using a different background. I think I'm going to actually switch it to this one now that I'm looking at this. And when I planned this, I wanted these to be at the seam. And so I'm going to put this over here. And this goes right up to the seam. To be honest, I used a different paper just because I was running out. I've just practically got bitty scraps left over. And speaking of running out of paper, this guy was on the edge. This is actually two different bears, and this one was at the top of the page. This one was near the bottom of the page. And rather than just putting him back straight, I kind of went under his arms and around his belly, so it looks better to have him in two different places. And so you can combine those pieces. I decided to use overhead transparency sheets. You may have some plastic that's a little bit softer to use, maybe some of your packaging from purchases you've made, or even. And so I am going to be putting this, and I do want my barrel a little bit lower. So I'm going to put this guy about his belly height, and I'm putting it right at the seam, and then folding it across this way. So I don't know if you can see this. I think you can. And then as a way to help this move a little bit better, I have a 2-inch piece of basic white, scored at 1/2 and 1 inch, and this is a 1/2 inch wide. And I've got some tear and tape on this end too. I just need to line these up. And I want to be able to be sure to put my bear so that he's not, I want to be sure my bear is on this side of the page. Otherwise he'll get folded when you flip it. So I'm going to put this here. And then this is going to be folded at just that 1/2 inch. That one's still going to be there. So this 1/2 inch matches this 1/2 inch. So when this folds, it should fold perfectly. Is when you put this tape on, don't go past that crease. And so I'm going to use this to actually tape it better onto that piece. Okay. There's my bear. And he works just fine that way. And that brings us back to the front. So we've got 4 different seams. And I'm kind of wondering, I think I told you I had cut out this fox. I think I'm going to put this fox here just because with this pattern, it needs a little something extra. So I'm going to put this fox on this page. When I used this decorated pattern, it didn't seem to need it. There you go. So again, this is called a tower card. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up. Also on my website, You can click Home near the top of the page to find lots of resources. Under Shop, you can find the products I offer to make crafting more convenient, how to get free products with my frequent shopper rewards, and a link to my online store at Stampin' Up. Click Inspiration to scroll all my projects back to 2011, most with detailed directions and videos. Though the products in those older projects have been retired, you may find techniques, layouts, and color combinations to inspire you today. If you're new to stamping, you might want to take a look at the basics. You'll find out how to cut card bases and layers, and what's special about Stampin' Up, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find tons of free resources such as catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, color tools, and much more. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for crafting. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or grow a business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on YouTube. Talk to you soon. Bye.